Hello, my name is Isijoluete, and my superpower is simplifying what would ordinarily be complex so that you understand it, you can make an informed choice or decision, and take action. Okay, so I'm currently running a series on how to become a thought leader, and in video after video, I will break down step by step how to confidently own what you know, build your reputation as the go to expert in your domain, and become recognized as a trusted authority. Today, I'm speaking about the visibility paradox, the fact that people want to be seen and known for certain things, but are willing to put themselves out there. Uh, I've also seen that the higher a lot of people climb, the quieter they become. I find it intriguing that C suite executives, for instance, believe that their work should speak for itself. However, at a certain level, in fact, the further up you climb, silence is no longer humility, it is now a gap. If your decisions are shaping the industry or are shaping the way things are done in your organization, then you do have something to offer. Uh, so there's no doubt that you have something to offer. In fact, people who rise to the C-suite typically do so because they're exceptional executors. So if you're delivering results, solving complex problems, building teams, leading teams effectively, you have something to share. However, it does seem to happen that a lot of the people in this category believe that their work should speak for itself, that the excellence of their work should automatically result in visibility. So there's no need to talk about what they do. The landscape has shifted fundamentally. And if you're an executive who's looking to get tapped for major positions and get featured in industry conversations or become the go to voice in your sector, visibility, strategic visibility is key. People who are getting all these opportunities are not necessarily better than you, they're just more strategic about sharing what they know. People who have recognized that in today's environment, expertise that is not visible is overlooked are beginning to make the shift, and so should you. Silence will not protect your credibility in any way, and in these times, influence is the currency of leadership. So I would say if the people who are able to make decisions about the opportunities that you're perfect for don't know about you or what you're capable of, then you've missed opportunities. If emerging leaders, for instance, who could learn from your experience, don't know about you, then they're learning from someone else and not getting as much as they could be getting from you. If there are strategic partnerships that could accelerate your career growth, your organization's growth, the bottom line for where you work, those opportunities are going to your competition if your competition is more visible. So let's just think about the math of invisibility. If you spend several years developing frameworks or processes or methodologies that navigate complex challenges and they work because you've proven them repeatedly, however they're contained just within the organization that you work for, then you're robbing the entire industry or your ecosystem of that knowledge. It also means that people with less effective frameworks or methods are the ones who get seen and heard, and your industry suffers for this. So the question isn't whether you have something worth saying. I need to say this over and over and over again because everyone who's rising their careers has accumulated wisdom worth sharing. But it is whether the right people will hear it from you first or from someone else who is a lot less qualified but more visible. Here's what a lot of us miss. Every day we remain silent, we're missing opportunities. We will never know what opportunities we've missed, but we're missing opportunities. If you're allowing inferior thinking or less effective methods to dominate your sector, your sphere, simply because you're not speaking up, then you're permitting the advancement of ideas that are not the best. So, beyond personal advancement, your visibility is about ensuring that the best thinking, yours inclusive, shapes how your industry approaches critical challenges. If you think about it that way, it will change your mindset. It also means that you're making sure that the next generation of leaders learns from someone who's actually done the work, not just theorized about it, and done it well. So I have a question for you. What would change if your best thinking reached beyond your role or your organization? What doors would open if the right people knew how you solve problems? What impact could you have if the frameworks and methodologies that you've designed and used and proven can go beyond your organization into your industry? If you think about the gap between where you are and where you could be, I think that visibility can close that gap. So Answer these questions. I hope you've got a journal, like I said in my previous video. Answer these questions as honestly as possible. And I'm saying this for a fact. Closing that gap is the work we're going to be doing together in the days ahead. See you tomorrow.